Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for the hashtag 50 stack challenge 4. So this is the fourth one of these challenges that I have done. They started with a stack of guest checks, and there's 50 guest checks in a whole stack like this, of this type. These are the ones I get. I get them at Walmart. But anyways, that's how the whole thing started. Then I realized a lot of people don't have access to guest checks, so I've started just saying use whatever base you want to use. And then each week I draw 2 prompts out of my bag. And the idea is to take one prompt and make one piece of ephemera, and then the second prompt and make a second piece of ephemera. So for example, last week I drew button. Number 19 was button, so I did a big huge button, and then like some sewing ephemera on there. You could put it in a sewing journal, or really any vintagey type journal as a journaling card. I also did art, and that one, where did I put that? Oh, it's over here. Hold on. Sorry, for some reason I was thinking I had both of them clipped to the bag, but I forgot. I put this one. My art was collage, so I have used it in this journal that I'm working on, the abandoned journal, as a pocket and just art. So anyways, that's what we did last week. So let's draw a couple this week, and these are all up to your interpretation. I'm not you do it how you want to do it. Oh, and I have all the prompts in the bag already, so I just draw 2 out each week and keep trucking along. All right, so 21 is your town, whatever that means to you. And it doesn't have to be literally your town that you live in, that kind of thing, but like, maybe something that represents small town, or it can definitely be your town, something that represents your town, that kind of thing. Just a fun little thing. Interpret it your way. And then Alice in Wonderland. That'll be an easy one. Number 22 is Alice in Wonderland. Again, whatever that means to you. You can use an image from an old Alice in Wonder book. You could use text from an Alice in Wonderland book and go in a completely different direction. For example, if you're not going to make an Alice in Wonderland journal, you could just use some text or something from the book and then decorate it in a different way. Just however you want to do it, okay? All right, I'm going to get some things together and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So for number 21, we have your town, and I'm going to say, even though this isn't where I live anymore, that's where I grew up, and so I kind of always think of it as my town, or like, you know what I mean? It's just what I think of when someone would say something like your town. So I have, this is the town I grew up in, with the mining tailings. It's an old mining town, Victorian era mining town, and a little bit before, but anyway. And you can see it's on the side of a mountain, so it goes a big mountain like this, keeps going. But anyways, that is one photo. And then I also have this one of the main street, and I did cut a piece off because it needed to be smaller, but it's like an old postcard. And this is probably very close to the time when I was born, roughly. I mean, just judging by the cars. May have been, obviously a little after or whatever. But anyway, took that piece off. And so that is what I'm using for your town. So you can see, you can choose whatever you want. You can choose where you're at now. You can just choose something like, for example, Boise, Idaho, where we're currently living, is called the City of Trees. So, for example, I could choose just a lovely image of trees, and it can be that simple. So it doesn't have to be, something quite like this. I need to say hugs and blessings, if I didn't already, because this is a different day. I don't think I did, but hugs and blessings to Celeste, Heidi, and Black Coffee and Wildflowers, and also a super thanks to Black Coffee and Wildflowers. So kind of you. I thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to start this one. We're going to make a pocket, which I know I do a lot, but anyway. And I'm using these ledger pages by, it's a jeweled design. Sorry, I was losing my mind for a minute there. A jeweled design, and that is Lorette Chandler, or Vintage Paper Girl, and her daughter, who is a jeweled design. And I got these off of a jeweled design. They have two different Etsy shops now. They have this one, Design Journal and Supply .etsy.com, and I did order some like old vintage images. Lorette makes copies of them and then sends out a package of all the copies. Anyways, I just haven't gotten them yet. I'm supposed to get them today. They're not late, anything, they're early. But anyways, I just didn't have them to show you right now at this moment. But I got all these on their a jewel design website where all the digitals are. So these are 3 different kits. There's this one that just has this one page of words. I just liked it because there were kind of pastels, and then the more neutral tone of the words, and then the ledgers, and then these washi stickers. And I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact names of all these. These are washi sticker strips. These are ledgers, and I think these are from Lorette's collection. And there's more of the washi stickers. So yeah, just some fun pieces that I feel like will go well with the journal I'm working on now. Plus, you know, who knows, anything, honestly, because I like this look. So I got those, and we're going to use this one. And so I'm going to just make this fairly simple. I'm not even going to bother cutting the white part off because we're going to use it as the back portion of the pocket. We're going to do, you know, kind of like a tri-fold sort of thing here. And I just want them to overlap enough so that I can glue it together. And I'm not going to keep the height. We're going to cut it down a little bit. But you can see I didn't measure anything. I'm just, you know, folding it over. We're keeping it simple. And I'm going to trim the top. I just love bold writing, which I know I say that all the time, but I do. Other people's writing is actually what it is. So in the end, I want this pocket to be, well, how tall is this? Because this is going to be my tag. This is 6. So let's go 6 1/4. How's that? Oh, except I also want to fold up the bottom a bit. I'm just going to go to 7, and then if I need to, I can trim it more, but I think that'll be fine. So I'm just going to fold this up, and I'm not measuring, just folding. It looks to be 3/4 of an inch or so. And you'd be correct if you said I do these a lot, but it's just a good simple pocket. You know, that you can use really in any journal because it's thin enough or narrow enough, but not like super skinny. So I just like these kind of coin envelope type pocket without the flap, obviously. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. We are getting a little sunshine today, which I'm thrilled about because we're supposed to get another, well, mostly wind this weekend, and possibly rain the beginning of the week. So yeah, so I am very happy. It's very cold, but the sun is shining. So we are golden. I need to fix that because, as usual, I did not cut that straight. Not that it has to be perfectly straight because it's going to be covered, but you don't want this catching up on it because you've cut it wonky like I do. So yeah. So not reinventing the wheel or anything today, just making things that could be used in any journal. Well, a lot of journals anyway, because it's just going to kind of have that vintage look about it. Okay, so that folds up fine, and that'll be fine. And I don't care about the back because it'll get glued down onto a page. Words, wow. And if you want to use it as a more of a flip out or something like that, I can grab a piece of paper. I could put this on the back as a writing spot and make it a flip-flop, which, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I think I will fold. And this paper is coffee dyed paper that I made just by splattering. I have one of those little droppers, and I just drip, 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 drop, drop, whatever, splat all over, let it dry, and do it again. That's actually a better side, isn't it? Maybe it'll flip-flop in this way instead. Let it dry and do it again, yeah. And then you get all different variations of, you know, drying and color and whatever. And I do think I have a video on that. I don't know where it is at the moment, but if you look up coffee dyeing, I think it was something like I did coffee dyeing my way or something to that effect, just, you know, as a different kind of a name. You can find it, and if you're, that's all I do. It's not anything complicated. So do I want to cut this down? I think I might leave that like it is, a little bit wider, and then whatever journal it ends up in, it can be decided, you know, what it is. So this would go on, let's pretend this is a journal page. It would go on and flip like this. So we'll get that glued down after I ink it a little bit. So yeah, sunshine makes me happy, because even if I can just look out there and see sunshine, it's a good day. It's a good day. My poor kids both have spring break coming up, which, I mean, that doesn't make them poor kids, but they both have so much homework. They're not going to be able to do anything. Hold on just a second. Sorry, I just needed to grab some paper because I want to strengthen a few spots. Yeah, so they're not going to get a chance really to do a whole lot, but homework. But that happens. And work, of course. We all gotta love that. Actually, I could use this to strengthen this. I want to do the opposite side just so whatever's tucking in and out of it doesn't, you know, end up tearing that little flap. Of course, you could put something over it too that was decorative. So that's another option. But we're just going to put that on there. Yeah, we thought about going to see my niece and her baby, but I'm not going to be able to do that till summer. Aiden's just too swamped, and she really wants to go, obviously. I mean, it's a baby, so I didn't want to go without her. But he's doing excellent. Growing, growing, growing so fast. Oh my gosh. They grow fast. I also need to strengthen that. That's what I was also thinking. And I can use this strip right here. Yeah, he's doing so good. Like, she put a picture up today. She just does it on, it's like a family site where just the family can see the photos, but he's was kind of laying on her chest but lifting his head and looking at her. So he's doing really good. I'll be tearing around the house before you know it. That's pretty much the way it seems anyway. Those little ones. Being such a little squirt. Yeah, these are neat papers, Lorette. I like them. And Jolene, of course, because she did the washies, I'm assuming. Okay. What am I doing again? Oh my gosh, you guys. Some days I can do it either way, just by turning it around. I don't know why that was such a brain malfunction for me. Yeah, I still think I want it to go that way. Isn't it funny how our brains do that stuff sometimes? That spatial thing can be a real gotcha. I don't know why. Other times it's like, yeah, I totally get it. I can see it. I don't know. Oh, how did I make this way too long? Ay, y'all. It must be bedtime or something, and it's not even close, but yeesh. I totally goofed on that. It'd help if I could at least get it on here straight too, huh? Oh, and I did want to say that the abandoned journal is spoken for, so thank you. I'm sorry if you had your heart set or something. Yeah, if there is one that you're ever interested in, I wouldn't wait until it's complete and in the shop, because, I mean, they do go in the shop. I'm not saying they don't, but sometimes they don't. So just to, if you want it, you gotta contact me at my Etsy shop, and not here, because I don't give prices. I don't do any of that on YouTube. So if you want to contact me about a journal, contact me on Etsy. That's the only place I will. And it's mostly just because I can easily contact you back. Through comments on YouTube, it's just kind of a disaster, because sometimes I lose where somebody commented something, or, you know, it just doesn't work well. So I can keep much better track of it on Etsy, is the reason for that. Plus, I just don't like doing all that in comments. All right, so there is the basis of the pocket, and that is really not, is that even straight? It looks crooked. No, it is not straight. This thing is gonna give me palpitations or something. I don't know. I feel like no matter what I do, I end up having stuff crooked. And I'm sure it's me, but the way I hold it or use it. But I also didn't put my thumb spot in the right spot. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Okay, so there's that. And then we need a thumb notch on this as well, and it needs some ink. I'll do that after. The order of things, the order of things. So that'll be a fun little flippy floppy. so we have our image of my town. Tourist trap. I don't know where I want to put everything. I just always think about my dad when I think about the V&T Railroad. I think I might just, it's kind of a bummer to tear the train off, but it's not all going to fit, so. But yeah, I just always think of him. I mean, and obviously Virginia City as well. Thought this might look kind of cool. I don't like it that. That and the Fourth Ward School, because he worked there after he retired from his county job. Oopsie. Oh, I wanted to show you guys because that other picture is very iconic, I guess you would say. It's the view when you come up from Reno. It's like the first you will see of the town. But I have a watercolor painting that someone did. Hold on just a minute, I'll go get it. Okay, so this is, sorry, I know the ring light is a pain, but yeah, that image of those two churches as you come into town is iconic. I mean, that's what a lot of the photos you'll see. And so that was a friend of my dad's painted that, and my dad liked it and bought it from him. Okay. What else do we want with that? I don't know. Maybe that. I like those colors. It just reminds me of that time period up there. Or an old stamp. Where did I put my stamps? Oh my goodness, I just had them. Or not a stamp. I don't know where I put it. I cleaned everything up yesterday. Don't you hate that? And then I don't remember where I put it away at, because I obviously put it where I don't normally. It's always something, I'm telling you. Sometimes you're better off in your mess. I don't know. It's weird. Ugh, okay, now I remember why I always use the... I was just thinking, I wonder what... Because I usually use art glitter glue, or whatever you want to call it. Barely art glue, all those. When I do these pieces, and I'm like, I wonder why I do that. Now I remember. Because it just cuts the glue stick. Yeah, surprisingly, I don't have a whole lot of, because I was looking for some things that I could add to it. I do have some books, but I just don't want to take them apart. So I don't have a whole lot of, like, bits and things that I could put with it. What do I want to do? Instead. These are kind of too thin, is what the problem is with these. I mean, I guess I could just sort of leave it like that too. Yeah, that I like better. For I don't know what reason, but as a tribute to my dad. Put it here, I guess. His birthday. Alright, so there's that, and then we will do our tag. Alright, and then I need a piece of book page or something. Municipal Art Commission, that's interesting. This is 1904. I'm gonna just take that top part. It's two that are glued together. I tried to use these sometimes for, what do you call it? Ephemera. But they definitely have to be glued together because they are very old and just disintegrate when you try to use them. One of the main reasons I really have no trouble taking books apart to make journals with, because a lot of them, I take, you know, like the best pictures or things out and make them into digitals or whatever, or put in journals. And then a lot of times the pages get used this way, but if you just leave it, it's just gonna disintegrate to nothing, basically. So at least you're kind of giving it another life. Even though I know a lot of people don't like that, but that's my take on it. And like this was just a directory. It did have cool pictures in it, but of people. But other than that, it's nothing that anybody's just gonna sit and read. So I don't want to cover all of it because I kind of like those numbers. Shocking, I know. Oh, kind of need to take that too. kind of fun. So I don't know that we're going to just do a whole lot to this. Gosh, just got a mess of glue pages. Trying to flip them over and reuse, you know. And then they all stick together. And I have tried, because a lot of people have suggested, like a plastic mat that you wash, or I've done glass mats, actually, is what I used, but it wouldn't be different than a plastic one. But it always seems like, you know, right in the middle of a video or something, there's too many spots that are sticky on it. So just, and I tried doing the baby wipes, but then I have all the baby wipes to throw away. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Okay, so there's that, and I don't know that I want to do a whole lot to this. Kind of, what did I do with... Yeah, so I don't know what the answer is for the gluing. I do try to use different things that probably would end up in the trash anyway. This is from my abandoned kit. Just, it's kind of cool, rusty, old looking. And that will probably get stitched around, but I might staple it on actually. Has no significance, just something to decorate a little. I don't want to cover up the picture, obviously, with stuff. So just give it a little something. And then are there any of those spots that there's nothing? Why does it do that? Just want a couple. Don't know why. There's no reason. Just looks fun. Okay, so I can still stitch around that and maybe put a fabric or whatever. So there's my flip. Okay, so that's my town. And then for Alice in Wonderland, which obviously you could do a never-ending amount of things, I'm going to use my entirely Bonkers digital. And this is from, this is a photocopy of an old Alice in Wonderland book that my sister let me borrow. So I just copied one of the images from it. Those are copyright free now, so you can use them. And then these are the pages from Alice in Wonderland. Oh, I wasn't going to use that color. I wanted to use first, I think I want to round this corner. Sorry, I got ahead of myself there. Oh, obviously can't do that one. And then I think I'm going to use the purple on this part and the blue on the book page. This is Wilted Violet Distress Oxide. Okay. And then we're going to use, like I said, the book page, but these aren't actual book pages, they're copies. So if you happen to have one of the really old ones, like my sister did, it has no copyright in it at all, so that's crazy. But and it's very fragile, so you got to be super duper careful with it, because I don't want to harm any of the pages in that. And I'm just going to glue it down, and then I'll trim it where it's... actually, you know what? I think I need to tear it, because otherwise you're not going to see the purple ink as well. Didn't do a very good job of that. This one, look at, you can see the edge of the... Let's see if we can get it to do that again. Nope, but it's just the corner. Okay. Too many daubers happening right now. It's gonna go there, and then I want this piece that says down the rabbit hole, but we're gonna have to take a little off of each end. You can see it better on the back. And if it's a little extra, it's fine. Not that worried about it. I just liked how it said down the rabbit hole. A lot of this obviously going to end up covered up anyway. It's just background. Background noise. Scrappy bits everywhere. As is the usual case. Now I'm getting hot because the sun is shining in here. My heater's going, but I was freezing. So you see how it goes? Up and down, up and down. This time of the year. I'll have to trim that, but that's okay. We can do that. So what have I been watching lately? Anything? Can't really think of anything in particular. Oh, I know one that's pretty good. It's called The Tracker. I might have mentioned this before. I have no idea. If I did, I apologize. My brain, what I remember and what I don't remember is interesting sometimes. But anyhow, yeah, The Tracker. It's really good. I like it because it's kind of that whole murder mystery or mystery, just, you know, finding people and stuff like that. I think they're fake stories, but anyway, it's good. And it's not gory or any of that because, you know, gross. Because I like CSI a lot, but sometimes I'm like, wow, I just didn't need all of that. But anyway, I like the stories. I just like to know what happened and kind of like why people do stuff that they do. Because let's face it, I don't get it, but I don't know how people think that's going to make their life better. But anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down. I'm going to put tissue over this like I always do because I like the look of it on cards. These have a little patina because they're a little bit older playing cards, but I still, it's just a lot of white space that I don't want. Actually, I could, with the way that's sanded, just ink it. Yeah, it's not. Because there is a little bit of, I don't know. Let's try it. I also don't like the shiny. What do I think? Let's try this. This is just ink that I'm going to put on here, but I want to put it on a book. It mostly, obviously, just grabbed where the, let's use the purple. Where I sanded. Wow. Words. Okay, we're gonna thumb notch that because that's gonna be a pocket. I'm sure I've done stuff like this before. You guys have probably seen if you've watched me for a while. But this can be a pocket, and I'll show you on a journal page because I made it a little bit smaller than you might otherwise have one. You know, you might have some of those type index cards, but sometimes they're a little too long for a journal. This is just a piece of manila file folder. Sorry, I never even said any of that. You can tell because it's got the giant tab on it. So this is just regular dollar store file folder. And I cut it. Oh, not that. 5 1/4, and then with the tab, I'm going to go without the tab. 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. So it'll fit on a journal page. So whatever size your journal is. And we're just going to put glue on 3 sides, if we can, without shaking ourselves into bits. And I'm going to put it crooked, like I do a lot. And then this is going to be the tag. So this is in the entirely Bonkers digital. It's sort of a cross between Mad Hatter and Cheshire. It's very silly. Very silly. But isn't all of Alice in Wonderland a little silly? And this kit that I made, it's, you know, loosely looks like the movies rather than the book images. But it's obviously not those images because you can't use those. But I just did images that kind of remind me of those. And this, obviously, I told you guys, is out of the actual book. This is not in my kit. This is just one that I had. This image is very common, though. You can find it quite easily. Okay, and then these mushrooms and things are in my kit. So I think I'm going to kind of do the background first. I might do the purple. I don't know how I don't know. I'm just trying the different colors here. whole psychedelic thing. I don't know that you'll even see those, but anyways, I think they'll put those over here. And she'll go about here. So I think that will work. And then I have the rabbit. That's in my kit. All the rest of this is in the kit. It's just this that is not. So I'm going to glue that down. I need to do another journal with those. They're fun. You can get very creative when you do Alice in Wonderland journals. Very entertaining. This one in the blue. All the cuckoo crazy looking mushrooms. I don't know, mushrooms are kind of cuckoo crazy looking anyway, but these have cool designs on them. Got glue strings on me. He can go right here. He's late for a very important date. And he's got his pocket watch right here. The Alice's that I had, well, not all of them. I guess there were some that were cut, like just her body. But for the digital or longer, I just wanted to use that one. Since this is just one piece that I'm doing, I wanted it to be obviously Alice in Wonderland, that people would recognize easier. This is a thicker cardstock, and it's going on this card, so I want to make sure it sticks. Okay. Butterfly. Okay, let's see. I want to do these. I think I need her next. Scooch her up just a little because I want to put all these other mushrooms and things down here. So I'm going to put her on now. I might go for a walk. It's just real nice out. Not super warm, but it's sunny and no wind. Knock on wood. That's what we're supposed to get a lot of this weekend is wind. Phooey. That mushroom there, I think. I know she's technically indoors with the furniture and all, but we're just going with it. It's that Alice in Wonderland thing. Are you awake or dreaming? don't know. A lot of those bottom parts of those are going to get covered, so by the flowers. And then I'm covering part of Down the Rabbit Hole, but we all know what it says. I need to find Curiouser and Curiouser and put it there. I gotta figure out where I want them. I don't know yet. Ugh, I gotta turn off that heat. It's killing me. I'll do something like that. Yeah, so anyway, that kit has just all kinds of stuff. And then there's an add-on kit too that has like Tweedledee and Tweedledum and yeah, it's just, it was super fun to create and make a journal with. Carol Laws and I did them at the same time, and oh my gosh, it was just fun. So fun. We do have fun together, the two of us, I have to say. I mean, I love creating with all my friends, but Carol and I do have fun. Okay, so I will I'll look for Curiouser and Curiouser, but I didn't think of that until now, and that's gonna, oh, I was gonna put this. I don't know if it'll fit now, because I forgot. And I don't know if I can put it over here. Or I could do Alice's Advent, like cut it apart, tear it apart. Maybe that's what we'll do. I don't really want to cover up stuff a lot. I mean, a little is all right. Just trying not to tear the word. Why do we do this stuff? I don't know. Don't ask me that question. Because it's fun. Because we like it. When I get those questions. Do you ask a painter why they paint? Do you ask a musician why they make music? I don't know, I just always find it very interesting. why that question gets asked of journalers, or, you know, people who make journals. I probably should have done the purple. Isn't that always the way? Oh well. Okay. And then I probably will do something to that tag too, but I don't know. That's where we're at for today. It's gonna fight with me. Okay. That is what I have for Alice in Wonderland. So 22, Alice in Wonderland. Let me put my pin back. And 21 is my town, or your town is your town, but you know what that means. So your town, have that, and the tag, and then Alice in Wonderland, and my kooky little Mad Hatter. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, and we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.